Hey guys, I just didn't want another week to go by without me posting a video. I was supposed to be more of a long form, but like life happened. I want to make this one just short, quick, for all the pandemonium that is going on currently. It is something to say the least. I did not expect the media whirlwind that has happened in the last week and some change. I remember, I think it was maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, my mom called me and she was like, "Oh, did you hear that like this influencer died?" And I was like, "Who the hell is she talking about?" And she said his name. She was like, "Charlie Kirk." And I was like, "I still don't know who that is. What are you talking about?" So when I looked it up, I was like, "Oh, it's the guy that I saw on the YouTube ads that was like changed my mind." And that's what I remember. I was like, you know what, maybe I should pay for like YouTube premium so I don't have to see these commercials, because the commercials on YouTube have been getting crazy. Like they have been getting so annoying. It's a lot of AI. It's a lot of for a moment I was getting a lot of ads for the people that are like, I can help you make all this money, and they're just sitting around in an empty lot that they probably just walked into. But yeah, there was a lot of stuff like that on YouTube, and I remember I was like, let me watch this ad a little bit long further while he was debating college kids who don't completely know themselves yet. So it's just like, what are you debating people for as somebody who's, how old is he? Like 30 something? What was he, 35? Anyways, so I was shocked because when I saw the commercial or the ads, I would think to myself, I'm like, he doesn't seem like he's trying to like have a healthy conversation. He just seems like he wants to, belittle these students. And it was never any content that I was ever interested in. If somebody's like changed my mind, that means they're not looking for their mind to be changed, because it can easily be a thoughtful conversation, but a thoughtful, humane conversation, but they choose to, a lot of these people choose to like belittle others. So when that was who was attacked on like the week ago or something, I was like, oh damn, like that sucks. But I was like, he was spewing a lot of negativity, and negativity came right back. But it was weird, the kind of like the the snowball that happened after the fact of him being taken out was crazy. It really felt like the Twilight Zone, because for some reason, like someone that looked like him took him out, and somehow it turns into a they did this, they radical left, blah, blah, blah. Like who picked the side, right and left? Like who started that? What is that? What's going on? Everybody's like Democrat, Republican, MAGA. I don't care. They're all the same. Conspiracy theory, the Democrats lost that election on purpose. I don't care what nobody says. Because you ain't going to go that hard the first time when Trump was like, recount the votes, recount the votes. Why didn't the Democrats be like, no, recount it for real? Like, why didn't y'all do, like, why didn't they do that too? That's why I don't subscribe to any of these parties, because they're all looking for that tax break. I do not care. I don't care, because why are you not, if you're really fighting for like, if you're really fighting for people's rights, or for the people as the Democrats want to pretend to be, then you would have fought as vehemently as Trump to get those votes recounted and everything. Unless there's like this big, surprise that they're gonna show, but we're almost like a year in, and nothing has been said, nothing has been changed, and mofos out here getting away with literal murder. And it was just crazy, even for the Jimmy Kimmel situation. And they're like, freedom of speech, Jimmy Kimmel, you're off the TV shows because you quoted this man. Or like the woman who got quoted Kirk directly and got fired. Like, can she sue? So, like, because that's crazy. Like, you literally quoted somebody and you're fired. They were like, we wanted her out anyways. We just wanted to have the numbers look good for diversity inclusion, I guess. It's very interesting, and how many people are like, oh, they're taking him out of context when he literally said, oh, I don't want like a black pilot. Like if I have a black pilot, then I feel like he just got it because he's black and diversity, equity, inclusion. And it's like, you think this man didn't have to take courses to be a pilot? You think anybody could just come off the street and be like, I'm going to get hired for because of diversity, equity, inclusion, affirmative action to be a pilot? Also, you don't think that these laws had to be in place because of how mofos would go out of their way to not include people of different backgrounds, races, and religion and sexes? You know what I mean? Like every time these laws, they keep bringing it back. It's just like, it's because of black people, and then it's like now we're going for the queers or trans people. Like, just it's like it's really crazy how obsessed mofos be. Like not you just existing, and then you got people pressed. That's crazy, right? Like when you really think about it, it's like you just existed and people pressed. Like, don't you got things to worry about in your own life? Like, don't you got some introspective work to do for about yourself? You know, don't you have bills to pay? Is thinking about these people paying your bills? Is yelling about them paying your bills? Oh, and even after the fact, at the memorial, I think it was the memorial. That thing was a whole campaign rally. That was crazy.
And so, on that terrible day, September 10th, 2025, our greatest evangelist for American liberty became immortal. He's a martyr now for American freedom.
I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry.
That thing was so crazy. And I think that the current president's brain is melting in front of our very eyes. Melting. We need to stop with these old ass mofos in the office. What are we voting for? Yo, these people were here when the first cell phones were invented. Before we had home computers. During the Civil Rights Act. Like, who are we voting for? Who are we voting for? We need to come on, get grandpas out. Get grandpas out of the office. We need to get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. It's really crazy. Oh my, there was a guy in the subway takes that I'll actually add on to here. But all that to say is it's crazy how, like, I think no matter what anybody says, freedom of speech or not, there's a level of responsibility when you have when you have such a big audience. And a lot of the things that man spewed, Kirk spewed, was just, it was very divisive. And I don't care if anybody wants to say freedom of speech, because he was like, this moronic black woman. So you just don't agree with what she said and you call her moronic? Like, why is she a moronic black woman? And how could that be taken out of context? It's, you really got to stay out of the comment section, because you're really looking at it like these people really can't be this dumb, but they really are that dumb. And also with the school lunches thing, that's a whole thing of its own. The school lunches, the parents to just get another job to feed the kids, like acting like all parents are good parents, acting like the minimum wage hasn't gone up for so long. Like, what are we talking about? And on top of that, not everybody knows about like the nutrition. I had reduced lunch at school and it was pizza and milk. What is that doing for a child? Pizza and milk. The lunches were not even good. But yeah, and even after Kirk was taken out, next thing, mofo's talking about attacking HBCUs. Okay, if there's no message, if there's no racism, then why are HBCUs being attacked? And then, of course, as they do so well, go to the HBCUs, get there, and then all the students are like, "Bro, get out! Like, we're not doing this. Get out!" All this extra stuff. Escorted them out kindly, and they're like, "Oh, you see, you see how they are. You see how they're savages. We can't even have a civil conversation." And at the end of the day, you know who's really winning? The billionaires and the politicians. The politicians are not, they're not servants of the people as they should be. They're not civil servants. And then you see who was at that inauguration? Zuckerberg, Bezos, out here with their trying to aim for trillions of dollars. Like, forget the billions, forget the millions, forget the billions. They're aiming for the trillions. To get that kind of money, I know these mofos are on some part of the spectrum that abandons their humanity. Because why do you need all of that? And if you know people are suffering and you could make their lives better, now these mofos are like, oh, let's race to colonize the moon or the Mars or something. And also, like, we want to be the best at AI while destroying the planet even more. Like, we already had enough. The planet's already had enough. And then now they're like, you know what? Let's pollute the water on top of that to cool down these things on a grander scale than your usual computers or like wireless phones. Like, let's take it on a grand scale. It's really crazy. And then they're like, you guys don't want to have kids? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Have children. Have children so we can have more social security numbers. We need them to replace you. Jeez. But like, even as animals, like, animals will find a safe place to have uh kids, like their offspring. So it's like, if we are not feeling like there's an environment for us to want to raise kids or feel safe enough to raise kids, then why would we have kids? I was telling people, even though I don't have the urge to have children, I think I would actually feel more inclined to if I had the pockets for it. If I had the pockets for it, like living comfortably, I might be like, you know what? Let me pop out one or two, because I know that I could take care of them and give them a good life. But uh, keeping my ass alive right now, hell no. Talking about a kid, hell no, hell no. But I also want to travel mad places. But still, like, it shouldn't have to be, oh, I don't have the money, and then how would I find the money? I don't know how y'all doing it right now, y'all people who have kids right now. I don't know how y'all doing it, but God bless. And there's a few like comment people in the commentary space that I thought had some really great videos, and one of my new favorites is Antonio Speaks. Like, he just gives it cut and dry, plain and simple. I love this video that he made. It was exactly what I thought about the situation. I couldn't articulate it as well as he did. And there's this other guy on this young white guy, think it's Adam Mockler. I'll definitely link it, but I also like his content as well. And he's like only 22, and he's just like he's really doing the work. But he also has some great points as well about everything. Listen, at the end of the day, we got to make sure we know who we're voting for and actually do the research. Like, that's the one way I'm having hope for the midterms and doing that personal work. So I'm going to be on my ass about that too. And just continuing every day to be better people, because the more you show up for yourself, the better you can show up for others. And I wholeheartedly believe that. So, yeah, I want to post this video. I want to keep putting in the work. Honestly, making videos is a great outlet for me. So thank you for letting me have this yap session while I work on other stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you don't know, me and Demi have a podcast called Cousins at the Cookout. So, go check it out. Check it out. We made a really funny one talking about if we were if we were like Marvel superheroes and the different tier lists of Marvel superheroes. But anyways, y'all, have a great rest of your day, evening, whenever you're watching this. And there is always going to be hope, because this one thing is, when things seem really dark and bleak, I still do believe in humanity somehow. From the people that I talk to on every day to day, that if we take enough time and not yell at people who are already yelling, maybe we can make a difference. But also, some people just are lost, and good luck to them. Okay, bye.
Politicians should have to retire when they turn 70.
100% agree.
A 7-year-old is making policy for a world that no longer exists.
Old people retire all the time. But in politics, they don't.
It's the only place. They hang on to their power. Everybody else has to leave.
It's really sad.
Like a 7-year-old, he's like writing laws about AI and he still has an AOL email address. You know, like the oldest chess wizard or whatever the champion is called of the World Series of Chess or whatever.
The Grandmaster.
The oldest was 58. And we always talk about politicians playing 4D chess. No 73-year-old ever even completed a game of 4D chess.
So you think the ideal age for a politician is
40s.
41's a lot different than 49.
Yeah.
How old are you?
No, that's the thing. I'm 55.
You look great.
Thank you. Thank you.
But if you were running, I probably wouldn't vote for you either.
Yeah, I would hope not. I don't want to be a member of a club that would have me as a member.
What if we make it so that you have to be fit? Like when they say fit for office, they literally mean fit.
I don't care if you have abs. I just want to make sure you can add 5 and 5 together.
Who's your favorite politician?
I mean, it's going to be Bernie Sanders, right?
He's in 850 years old.
He should have stopped being a senator 200 years ago. But he talks well. The average age of a C-level executive is 57. And only 5% of CEOs are over the age of 70 because businesses want to make money, not change
So
diapers.
you said they should retire at age 70?
70.
I want to bring that down to 65.
I'm willing to make an exception for female politicians because the sample size is not big enough yet.
Grandma's usually pretty nice.
They make a good lasagna.
Yeah, grandpas are the worst.
Yeah.
They're mean, they're drunks, they're assholes, they're racist.
This is a part of why I think we let grandpas be leaders is because the whole family's like, just get that asshole out of the house.